these guys are. With me being here only like 3 months, it's hard to really judge and find the characters of what the wide receiver room is made of. But one had to establish the trust and understanding. I think we built that. I talk to these guys each and every day. They call me Unc. They're like my nephews. I got nothing but love for them. So they bought into everything that I've been teaching them, coaching them, and you can see it today. I really like what we did in one-on-ones and things like that. Collectively, when we got into the team, I think we had some mental breakdowns, but I think that was just because it's day one and they were fatigued. So still, it's not up to my standards. We got a long ways to go, but it was a good day one. Day one overall.
What's it been like to dive into this job?
It's been fun, man. It's been a blessing. Like I said, man, good Lord created this opportunity for me to give back and help, not only coach good football players, but coach good men. So like I say, I look at it, my role is like being a bunch of, I got a bunch of nephews who really want to learn the game of football. So it's not just about, I don't just coach football, I coach life. And I think if you take it from that aspect, then the guys really buy into what you're selling. And I told them I'm going to be hard on them more than anybody because I played the position. So you can't tell me the excuses. I'm not, I got very high standards, and I'm not lowering my standards for anyone. So, but I got to push these guys. These guys came out, they've done everything that I asked them to do, and we're going to continue to grow and get better, 1% better each and every day.
You played for two tough coaches.
Yes.
Are you that tough coach now? Or
no question. It's in my DNA. I don't take a lot of bull junk from players. I don't take excuses. My job is to coach my butt off to get the most out of our players. And at the end of the day, you respect that because all players want to be coached. I don't care what level you are. The good ones, if you want to try to go to where these kids are trying to go, then you got to coach hard. I coach my butt off. I coach hard, but I love hard. I make sure that when they do something good, I praise them. When they do something bad, I try to correct the problem so it doesn't happen again.
What have you seen out of Troy? He's a guy that has great size and speed. A tough catch today. Kenny ran over to him and said, "You're unguardable. You're unguardable." You're 64.
That's the mindset. With Troy, he just has to play big. One, he's not in shape right now. I do know that, but he has some injuries and stuff. But it's him establishing that trust. It's a good and bad time when you want to push through it. You got to be smart. I don't want him to push through it where he no longer can give us anything. But at the same time, I got to push him because I got to make sure he gets in shape and get ready for the season. So we'll find ways to get him acclimated, to get his conditioning down. But this size down in the red zone, his catch radius, he's definitely an asset to us down in the red zone.
And it's a lot of work here at college, coach. Is it more than you thought, or is it?
No, listen, man. I know what I signed up for. I knew the sacrifices that I made. My wife was all on board. I told these guys all the time, we got to sacrifice in order to get to where we want to go. Each and every individual on this team got to sacrifice something. I sacrificed my time away from my wife and my daughter to be here. I spend more time with these guys than I do my own family. So they have to understand that. So they understand that, my sacrifice, I want the same in return. I want them to put that extra time in the playbook, as well as academics. I know a lot of these kids' parents, they want their son to get their education, but at the end of the day, I know where these kids want to go. Every kid in here wants to play at the next level. So my job is to give them a good foundation so they can have the tools and skill set and technique. So if you're blessed enough to make it at the next level, you're already prepared and you're developed and you're ready to go. If not, then just carry all the things that I've said and taught in the classroom and on the field, and it'll carry along with you in life. So I'm honored and glad to be here. I'm proud as hell to be the Arizona State wide receiver coach, and I'm going to coach my butt off.
You have to give this younger generation a history lesson a little bit. You pull up any of your old clips.
It's not about
like to go over the middle and block.
No. Listen, I know some of the characteristics that I want. For me, I did a thing with the players. I made them pick their own identity. We all voted, and it wasn't my identity. It was something that now they have ownership in. Being reliable, competitive, and tough. Those were the three identities that they picked. I said, said, well, it's what you guys signed up for. So when you step on that football field, I need to see at least one of those characteristics that needs to be displayed each and every day, and I'm gonna hold them accountable to that. It wasn't my idea; it was their team, and they voted on it as a group. So ASU wide receivers, that's our identity. We're gonna be reliable. We're gonna be competitive. All get out, and we're gonna be mentally and physically tough. So that's what I need to see on tape each and every day.
They probably told you about the heat, but is it a little bit hotter than you expected?
Gotta hydrate, right? You know, that's something that Coach Kennedy talks about each and every day. I try to make sure that we guzzle water down in the meeting room, and we guzzle another water down after practice. After our meetings, and then even when we're out here in the field, I try to be cognitive of really just making sure that our players are getting enough water. So you kind of got to be smart. You want to push them, but at the same time, you got to have a mindset to make sure that nothing bad happens. Because you do lose a lot of water, sweat, things like that. But listen, everybody in the country is dealing with the heat. It's hot everywhere, right? So we just got to do it better than everybody else is doing. So hydrate. We're not going to let off on these plays. We still want to practice our butt off, but you just got to be smart about the hydration.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.